Lately, I've been thinking a lot about the question, why theater?
I'm going to be talking today about why I do theater.
I'm gonna tell you why I love theater.
It all started my freshman year of high school. It was the end, it was our spring performance, and I ran box office because I was gonna get extra credit for an English class. I showed up really early and they ended up needing me to just go get stuff and do stuff, and the director he was like, oh man, you're our regular running crew, and I was like, running crew, what's that? It sounds really cool. I'm a junior now, so it's been 2 years since that day, and I've been doing running crew all that time, and I've been in 2 performances so far. Theater is my home. I mean, that time during freshman year, I was really considering transferring from my school. I did not feel like I belonged. There was nothing that tied me there. Yeah, I had friends, but everyone has people they sit with at lunch and people they talk to occasionally, but I didn't feel like I really knew any of them. And then I got involved with our theater program, and I met so many amazing people, and I got to spend so much time with them, and we went through a lot together, but we got through it together, and I think that's the whole point.
I've been doing theater since I was in 9th grade, so about 6 years. My first production was through a community theater program, and it was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and I was an Oompa Loompa. And the fact that I can say I played an Oompa Loompa makes me so happy. It just makes me smile. I always had a love of music. Before I joined theater, I played guitar and piano, and I was in choir from 3rd grade all the way through high school. So when I joined theater, I thought that was why. I thought I was doing it to expand my love of music and performing, and it was a very large reason why. But near the end of high school, I realized there was some very different reasons. When I started doing theater, I was still in 3 different sports: swimming, cross-country skiing, and track and field, so a sport every season. But the thing with my athletics, I never felt like I belonged. I didn't have the same competitive edge as the other girls. And I was competitive, but in a different way. I didn't have the motivation they had to improve my times. When I got to theater, all of a sudden, I wanted better roles. I wanted to improve my singing, I wanted to improve my acting, I wanted to improve every aspect of my performance. And suddenly I was motivated to do something better. That sense of motivation helped me to feel like I belonged in theater.
Pretty shy before I did theater. It's not that I didn't have friends, I just wasn't good at talking to people, and I didn't have anything that I enjoyed or that I was good at. And then in middle school, I went to a summer camp. It was actually, that one at the time was for all different. It was for dance and theater and art and music. The theater part was my favorite part. First time that I went, it was bits and pieces of Monty Python and the Holy Grail, which was not appropriate for kids, but it was the parts that were child appropriate, I guess. I went back to that camp for 4 years, up until the age cutoff was 15. I did the school play in 8th grade, which was Wizard of Oz. That's the one show the only show I'll probably ever regret, just because it was a middle school production. I don't regret being on stage. And then in high school, I got into theater with my teacher, Miss Karen Loftus. She's the most amazing person in the whole world. And that was kind of it.
So I started doing theater because of my friends. Then I started to realize that it was really fun for me, especially just being able to be a part of something that is never going to happen the same way again, and is never going to happen with the same people, in the same way, in the same place, ever again. As I went through high school, the theater community at my school grew, and the people that I could call my friends, the community that I found in theater, was amazing. Other reason I love it is because of the work. Specifically, I used to act, and now I work in stage management and also lighting sometimes. mostly stage management. I just really have discovered that I enjoy the work and I enjoy the position of being a stage manager. All of the paperwork, all of the organizing, all of the being a part of it, and then also the involvement throughout the process. There's a lot of positions in technical theater especially that are only involved during the run of the show or only involved during the rehearsal period, the rehearsal process. And the beauty of stage management, at least all of the stage management I've done, is that it's very involved throughout and you get to see something from start to finish. You get to be a part of it every step of the way.
Being able to become a completely different person is something that's so fascinating and something that kind of comes easy to me, I guess.
Because it's amazing and terrifying and magical all at once.
Theater is rough edges, and miscues, and drop lines.
In theater, you're working together as a team to make something incredible that sends a new message to people.
I was in the premiere of a play called Somewhere Nowhere by Lindsay Price, and if you get the script for that show, my name's in it.
I love being respected by people, and I never used to have that.
Theater life has taught me to take no shit.
You get to see a room with a stage that's nothing more than raised hardwood transform into a castle or a lake, a lagoon, a forest. And that's amazing.
I wish I had known when I was younger that I had that passion.
More than anything, I love being in a community where I thrive.
I love theater because at midnight when I lift my hands from the soundboard and they're shaking from too much caffeine and too little food, I still had a good time and I'm gonna get right back in there the second I have something to goddamn eat.
So when I think why theater, it's almost as if you're asking me, why belong? Why have friends? Why do something you love? And the answer is because you love it.
There's nowhere else I'd want to be.